Hi, my name is Zoe Tingle and welcome to Focus in 5, one of a range of 5-minute employability talks designed by Southmead Development Trust at the Greenway Centre in Southmead. Today we're going to talk about CVs. Hopefully at the end of this 5 minutes you'll feel a little bit more confident about writing a CV and sending it out to employers. So, what is a CV? The way I describe a CV is it's my reminder document. It reminds me of all the jobs I've had and all the skills I've picked up along the way. I use my CV, my master CV, so that if ever I am applying for a job, I can look on my main CV to see what skills I've got, what experiences I've had that might be relevant on the CV I create to apply for a job. People have asked me many times in the 20 years I've been in employment and training, what's a right CV, what's a wrong CV? I always say your CV reflects you. There is no such thing as a right or wrong CV. It just needs to be appropriate to the job you're applying for and sell yourself and sell you in the best way possible. The only exception to that is spelling mistakes. Spelling mistakes are always a no-no. The problem with spelling mistakes are that your CV, it creates a first impression with an employer who you haven't met. If that first impression suggests that you have a lack of attention to detail, it is very, very difficult to undo that misconception. So watch out for spelling mistakes. People often ask me, how long should a CV be? I always say between 1 and 3 pages. Anything less than at 1 A4 side, how have you got the space to sell yourself and demonstrate you're the best person for the job? Anything longer than 3, it's proven that on average, employers look at CVs between 7 and 20 seconds. If you have a wonderful CV that's 6 pages long, how do you know that the information that's on pages 5 and 6 is even getting read by the employer? Somebody asked me, should you put age on your CV? I always say, don't worry. I know a lot of people talk about it due to age discrimination, but to be honest, if you put down your schooling and your qualifications and the jobs that you've had, it's quite easy to work out somebody's age group, so don't worry about that. Contact details, very, very important. If you are putting down a mobile phone number or an email address as part of your contact details on your CV, please check them. Your hard work is totally wasted if you don't check your emails and then realise 2 weeks after your interview that you were invited to an interview. It's too frustrating to even think about. So, what would go in a CV? A CV should start with your name, it should then have your address and your contact details, and then a personal statement. A personal statement that stands out, that encapsulates you. I've never met anybody, I've never seen a CV that says, I'm dishonest, I don't like working in teams, and I'm not very hardworking. So try to find some unique words that make you stand out a little bit. Then key skills. Maybe 6 to 8 bullet points just stating really unique skills that you have. That might be experience of customer service, or really good at team working, or able to work on my own. The things that make you special. Then we've got a list of all your jobs. Start from your most recent employment history to your oldest. And don't leave a gap. If you're not working at the moment, that's okay. It's much better as a recruiting manager myself to receive a CV that says, I'm not working at the moment because I was made redundant, but I'm doing community work, or due to ill health, I had to leave my previous job and I'm raising my children and getting better, than to have a CV that stops in 2018 that arrives on my desk in 2020. Once you have your jobs on your CV, the next thing is your education. Put down your relevant education. And then we get on to other interests. With other interests, try to keep them neutral. Be aware that employers may have unconscious bias. If you're an avid Arsenal supporter and you document that on your CV, how do you know that the recruiting manager isn't a Chelsea supporter? There's nothing worse than being pipped to the post simply because of an unconscious bias, because somebody else has put into their CV, I'm also a Chelsea supporter. Just a thought. Okay, so that's the end of our module for today. However, if this is useful to you, please do contact us at Southmead Development Trust and we would be happy to talk to you further, or you could join one of our full 1-hour employability modules where we can discuss this subject in more depth. Thank you. Bye-bye.